So, today I want to talk about how to know if anything that you hear or learn is the truth and is it worth your attention. If you're going to master this, no one will be ever able to fool you ever again. In the end, I will give you a little exercise so you can try this method yourself and really see and know for yourself if that works for you or not. And I'm pretty sure that it will. My name is Yeva, and I have created this channel to share my wisdom, so to speak, anything that I've learned in mostly spiritual realm and self-help, psychology a little bit, if you will. And I'm here to just share my experiences and hopefully help somebody who may benefit from it. Also, all kinds of weird stuff, all kinds of weird experiences. I'm really interested in whatever anybody's have experienced. It's experienced something unexplainable is very interesting to me, and I have had such experiences myself. So I would really love to share them as well. So if you're into all that stuff, then stay tuned and subscribe. Also, I want to just put this disclaimer. First of all, I'm not a psychologist or therapist, so anything that I say is according to my own experience. And if you have any psychological problems, and if you feel like you need help, please do get some professional help. I hope that what I'm gonna say, or generally my content, can help somebody, but you always should seek professional help as well. So I'm just putting it right here. And also, I'd like to apologize for my talking to camera skills because it's not yet that easy. So I'm doing my best, and please bear with me. But the message that I want to share with you today is very important. So I hope I can deliver it clear enough. So let's get into that. So you might think, how do I know? Why would I know? Why would you listen to me? And the reason why is that I had quite a big spiritual experience when I was 19. That was 2013, and I have a very big spiritual awakening that happened pretty rapidly and was, I would say, an enlightenment experience, if you will. And a lot of things got crystal clear to me at that time. And I kind of got to see beyond the veil, basically. And I'm not in that mental state or spiritual state right now. But it still left me with some tools. I can still remember that knowing state, so I can use that memory basically to differentiate and to see what's the truth in what I'm seeing right now and what's not. Of course, I sometimes forget as well, but these are things that I carry with me, and I can always take that tool basically and apply it. And I can talk a little bit more about this whole experience in the future, but right now what I want to talk about is how to see the truth. By no means I ask you to blindly believe in me and what I'm saying right now, and that's exactly the point, because I want to give you these tools as well, so you can see for yourself what I'm talking about. So even for this video, for example, by using this tool, so to speak, you can see if what I'm saying is truth or useful to you. Is it of value to you? So one thing that I've learned through this whole experience that I had is, and what I understood, is that we really do not need anything aside of ourselves for this divine connection. We already have everything inside, and we do not need no tarot tarot cards, no church, no mediators or anything like that. And of course it is useful to have something or someone who can guide you back to this understanding, and in any format. Like, it could be a Bible, it could be a Joe Dispenza book, it could be YouTube videos, it could be I don't know, your friend, your mom, your therapist. It doesn't matter. What matters is, and what is important is the message, right? And so there's plenty of good material out there. There's a lot of trash, so to speak, out there as well. So the question is, how do you know who to trust and who to listen to? For example, there are plenty of channelers, for example, who will tell you that they got the message from aliens and proceeds telling you a fear-based story, right? And honestly, I do not know if there is any truth in what that sort of people are saying. And I'm not here to diss anyone. But what I do know is where the truth really is and where you can know as well. You might have heard about the emotional guidance system. And Abraham Hicks talks a lot about that. And anybody who knows what they're talking about, they all talk about this thing, maybe in different words, but they all say that. And I want to note that here, that when this whole big awakening happened to me, this was another thing that I really clearly understood, that we have this emotional guidance system. And I called it the inner compass. And I haven't heard about it anywhere before. I didn't even know who Abraham Hicks or any other people like that were. And it just came purely from within. And then when I heard other people talking about that, about the same thing, just in different words, I immediately understood that, okay, they know it too. So that's how I also know for myself that this is definitely the truth and these people know what they're talking about. So this emotional guidance system is the tool to understand if anything that you're hearing is the truth. And it might be the truth, but also it might not be of value to you. So this is also very important, because if, for example, I don't know, something very negative is the truth, it's real, that is happening, for example, but if I listen to it and I can tell through my emotional guidance system that it's not of value to me and I'm not supposed to listen to it anymore. Like, take the news, for example. So it's also very self-explanatory, and it's easy because to use it, because it's so natural to us. But we've been so misguided, most of us, that we don't use it at all, or we use it in the wrong way. But as soon as you get a grip on it, and as soon as you kind of get directed back to actually feeling and understanding what does it actually mean, it's really easy, and maybe needs a little bit of a practice to get in tuned with it. But it's, as I said, it's natural to us. As you can imagine, emotional guidance system, what you need to do is to feel and notice your emotions. And that is your guidance. Your emotions are your guidance. So, good emotions is good, and bad emotions means bad. So, it's literally this simple. Good is the truth, good is value, all positive emotions is good, and you should go in that direction. Any negative emotions that you're feeling is not good for you and you should not continue moving into that direction, basically. Also, things that might feel good but like in disguise, for example, let's say conspiracy theories, some of them, right, where you listen to something and it may satisfy this your need for entertainment, some kind of excitement, but you really need to be very honest with yourself. How do you feel after consuming absolutely anything? And if there's this aha, you feel like you know something that the others don't know, and you feel, I don't know, somewhat a little bit special maybe, or I don't know, just entertained. But beneath that, is there maybe a little bit of anxiety? Does it leave you feeling fear or uneasiness? And if that's the case, it's you got it, like negative emotion, right? So after you consume anything, check in with yourself, or even while you're doing it, how does it feel inside? What does my body telling me right now? And of course, the opposite is if you consume something, and doesn't matter what it is at all, but if you feel peace, if you feel maybe happiness, you feel appreciation, and generally good emotions, well, then that means this is of value to you. So again, if you feel fear, anxiety, unease, anything that is in the negative spectrum, well, that's your emotional system, emotional guidance system, basically telling you no. And anything on the other side, on the positive side, the answer is yes. For example, to the question, is this true? Is this of value to me? So, whatever statement you hear, always test it with your emotional guidance system. And this video is no exception, right? Really feel into it, really listen. Even if you ask a question on your own, you don't need to even um, hear something from the external. If you ask anything, you can also feel the answer, basically. So always follow the good feeling, and this is also your guidance towards God, towards happiness, towards like overall fulfilled and happier, better life. So, and it's not only that you can understand which is good and which is bad, which is truth and which is false, using this guidance, basically, but it is also a way to directly communicate with God. Well, universe, God, whatever you may call it, it doesn't matter. Higher self or this higher consciousness. As I said, you can just ask questions, right? And I see it as I'm talking to God. So if you ask a question, you can also feel the answer. Since words don't teach, I'd like you to do this little exercise right now together with me and ask yourself, are you loved? Or God, ask God or yourself, are you loved? Just put that question out there. And now see how the answer no feels, and feel it. And then see how the answer yes feels. And that's where you have your answer. Just feel into it and you will know. So this can be like your reference question so you know what kind of emotions come. And as I said, when you know, and trust it and really listen to it. It's, you can call it intuition as well. I believe that this is pretty much the same thing. Yes, we should really use this way more and trust it, because we really do have God inside. We really do have all of the support, and everything is already inside. So trust it, listen to yourself, and I promise you it will guide you to your desires, to whatever you want to a better, more fulfilled life, and you will not waste your time on things that are really not of any kind of value, and sometimes even made to distract you and to put you down and to take away the energy. So using this, you can really refocus on something that is fulfilling, that will feed you the energy, that will give you more energy and help you stay happy and lead a happy, fulfilled life. Thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. If there are any comments or any questions, please leave that in the comments. And yes, if you want to hear a bit more about this whole awakening thing, because I have way more to tell actually. I haven't never spoken about it like this out loud, but I feel like it's the time now, and I don't feel like there's anything to hide, basically. It's all good stuff, all good things, and I'm still, of course, learning myself. And it's been a journey, really. And I'm, well, not afraid anymore, maybe, to talk about it. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I see you in the next one. Bye bye.